Oh my God, I'm just so sick and tired of talking with communists on the Twitter. And I know they're communists because they have the hammer and sickle on the bio. They have the black flag and the rose with no shame walking around displaying their ideology in public. And the thing that really annoys me is when they're saying that inflation is good because there's more money going around. It makes people richer. And it's like, look, okay, fine. Let me explain to you why inflation is bad. Because I get it. You know, it's a complicated subject and you get all of the experts and all of the newspapers telling you that it's a good thing. So let me explain to you, dumbasses, why it's bad. Now, normally, when the government prints more money and puts it into circulation, no one is getting a beep, beep, beep on their iPhone and tells you, hey, raise the prices. That's not how it works. No one is saying that's how it works. The way it works is that the government prints money, it doesn't print stuff, okay? It doesn't print the actual things that money buy. So now all of a sudden, some people have more money. There's an influx of money. So they buy more shit, because that's what people do when they get more money. They buy stuff. And when more people buy stuff, it causes shortages. And then the store notices that the shelves are empty, and people are dissatisfied because the shelves are empty. What do? They raise the prices, you dumbasses. That's why you get inflation. That's why the prices rise. The government prints money. The government doesn't print stuff. The economy doesn't run on money. It runs on people's energy. You go to work, you put your energy into the stuff you're doing. That is the economy. And then you hear the absolute mental deficient slogan, which says, the economy is not as important as human life. Human lives is the economy. That's how human lives. They go and they pour their energy, they pour their heart, their sweat, their blood into what they're doing so that they can get in exchange for that energy the ability to buy the stuff they need. Without the economy, they can't buy the stuff they need. If they don't put the stuff they need onto the table, they starve to death. It is just like, oh God. And then it's like, it's the fault of the store owners for raising the prices. Really, it's the fault of the store owners for raising the price. You do understand that the things are interconnected, right? It's not the fascist system that you want. It's not the government controlling everything. The store owner has to buy stuff from other people. The store owner maybe has, I don't know, a light bulb that goes up, so they call it an electrician. Meanwhile, the electrician, he wants to put food on the table, and the notice is that the prices rise by 25%. So when he goes to fix the light bulb in the store, he's going to charge 25% more so he can afford to buy the food. It's not that the electrician and the trucker are greedy and they notice that their neighbor has a car and they want one. No, they want to put food on the table. I mean, oh God, like, look, I understand it's very, very important nowadays to teach the LGBTs in school. I mean, kids, they need to learn the ABCs and their LGBTs. It's pivotal for human survival. But can we please teach some economy as well? Can we please explain the very basics so that when people go to vote, they understand? Like when you have the president of the United States saying that the $1 trillion Build Back Better bill is going to cost people zero, people need to start laughing. That is fine. He's joking with you. He's doing some banter. He's wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's an IQ test to see if you're a Marxist or a normal person. Honestly, like, how can you go through life believing that the government can just end hunger at any point if it just prints money? Like, the government is the genie. It just does the magic wand, prints money, and then everything is solved. It's not that the economy runs on stuff. No, it runs on paper. Only in the mind of people on Twitter can this be a thing. And I hope they're not grown-ass adults. But they are probably grown-ass adults. And not only that, like, let's assume you have a mother who has money in the bank for Billy. She's got $100,000 for Billy. And all of a sudden you have inflation. And now the university raised prices as well. And it costs $300,000 to go to university. So what is the mother supposed to do? Like, she used her entire energy in order to get that $100,000 and put it in the bank. And now it's not good enough. So little Billy isn't going through college. No, little Billy is now going to the bank and making a loan so he can get student debt like every other normal person. The only time these people will probably realize about why inflation is bad is when their soy latte is going to get expensive. And they're probably going to think is that the evil corporation is what raises the price of the soy latte. They're not going to realize that it's because everyone has money now. More people are buying coffee. There's a shortage for coffee and soy. And because of that, the person selling the soy latte is going to realize, okay, I have way more customers than I have soy latte, so I guess what I can do is to raise the price for the soy latte. And only when the soy latte gets expensive, they're going to realize, oh my God, inflation is horrible. Inflation is terrible. I can't go to my gender studies university without the soy latte in me, so I can't function properly. I will not know what to tell to the professor when it asks me why patriarchy is evil, because I'll be asleep. I need a soy latte to refreshen myself. And maybe when we get to that point, we can finally have a conversation about the economy and why the economy and human lives are literally the same shit. When you look at studies, coming from the experts say studies shows brigade, it is absolutely fascinating that they haven't figured out that the GDP is directly tied to the average lifespan of the person as well as the quality of life. In other words, and I know this is shocking, but people who have money, they get to live more and they get to live better versus the people who don't. So the economy and the human lives are literally interconnected. You can't separate them. And the economy doesn't run on money, all right? It doesn't. It runs on human energy. People need to go out and do stuff. That's the economy. Even if you're an IT guy and you think, I can work from home and I do click, click, clack on the keyboard and you design the world best app at sucking cock, that app still needs to be applied to something real and tangible to work. It needs to be applied to the cock. If the cock doesn't exist, it's not sucking, now is it? I have this conversation with the people who enjoyed the lockdowns last year in my country, and the reason they enjoyed it is because they still had the job, right? So when people were being fired and laid off, they were able to work from home. And they enjoyed it because, well, they don't go to work, right? And I was telling them, what you're doing, it's fine. Like, if you care about the medical reason, perfect. Like, if you think this is for the betterment of your health, I understand that. No, but they loved it because they could stay home. And I told them, look, you're going to lose your job next year. Like, you're going to notice that the prices are going to go high. Companies are going to start firing people. The electric prices is going to go high. Gas prices are going to go high. You're going to have inflation and you're going to hate it. Literally, the guy I told this to got fired. And now he's upset. But he doesn't understand why. Like, he genuinely, like, he thinks this is like a plague of locusts that's coming across the land. It's like one of the 7 plagues of Egypt. It's a natural calamity that couldn't be avoided. It's like an earthquake. You know they happen, you understand why, but you don't know when, and you're a little bit confused. And it's like, yeah, they will keep voting for the same politicians as long as they don't connect these things, as well as they don't understand why is there inflation, why are the prices rising, why are people getting fired. And I'm curious to see what will happen when things get really worse. Because right now we're just at the beginning of it. If anyone tells you that the prices are going to go down soon, they're lying in your face. Either they're paid to lie or they're stupid. No, it's going to get worse, and heaven forbid, if another superpower like the United States decides to shut down their economy again, it's going to be really bad, especially if they print more money, like if they pass the Build Back Better bill or whatever. It's going to get far, far worse. And I'm curious, like, at least then, what are people going to say? Because it usually takes a little bit of suffering for people to start asking questions and just get out of the ordinary and start getting involved into politics and start going, it's like, well, what happened? And there's just 2 things. There's 2 possibilities. Number 1, they start blaming the people that are in power now, and they start electing new people, and this is like whatever you are in whatever country you're on. Or number 2, they're going to look at the people in power and they're going to ask for more free shit. More free shit. Please give us more free shit. And I think it's the second. And the people that I'm going to laugh at the most are the ideologues on the Twitter that think, oh, this is going to destroy capitalism. This is going to cause the system to fail. No, it's not. The rich are just going to get richer. They're going to get more power. And with today's technology, you're not going to get any Lenin's communist uprising. No, none of that shit. All right? You're just going to be poor. That's what you're going to be. You're going to own nothing and you're going to be poor. And there's not much you're going to be able to do about it. You're just going to sit there and take it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.